Good evening, Andrew.
So, good evening to everyone once again. Please say 3 times together. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, today is 4th June 2022. Actually, 24th meditation practice is today. So, we gradually practice concentration meditations, and after that, we started practicing vipassana, the old students. But for the beginners that who started recently and who are starting today, for them I'll briefly teach breathing meditation once again. I'll remind breathing meditation once again. And so new students, please don't practice vipassana meditation. Instead, please practice breathing meditation according to the given instructions. And all students, they are asked to practice vipassana meditation as usual. We need to understand what we are doing is going a journey. Going a journey. Most of the times we go on trips, but all those trips we go to watch material things. But now you are going through a journey, seeing certain spiritual things. So even though how many trips you go, they don't change your life. You gain a lot of good sensations, a lot of peace, and a lot of happiness, but still they don't change. Those material peace and happiness, it doesn't change your life. But this spiritual journey, it completely transforms you. It completely transforms you. If you do it well, do it in the right manner, and it can give you a new birth. New birth. That birth is called as the noble birth, Arya Jati. So in Bihar, so in 1990s, in Bihar jail, Vipassana meditation was introduced for the prisoners who got the sentence life without parole. So please, can you please bring a chair? Yeah. So can you please bring a chair for him? So so for the prisoners, life who were given the sentence for life without parole, they have to stay in the jail for their whole lifetime. Then what happened? This right. Calm down. So then among them there was a president who killed who killed 4 people of the same family. So he was from one gang, and there was another gang which was formed by the family members. So in that gang there was the father, and there were 2 sons and their brother-in-law. So 4. All of them attacked on this attacked on this person, and so this person killed all 4 of them, with his gang, and then he was later on the trial went in such a way he was also sentenced to life to stay for the life in prison throughout his life. So then this person also participated in this Vipassana meditation program. Then what happened? This person changed a lot. Number one, he forgave for his past, bitter past. Number two, he changed himself to become a very compassionate person. And number three, he sent a letter to the very family. There were only 2 family members remaining in that family: the mother of the victims and the daughter-in-law of the victims. So he sent a letter asking for forgiveness. They neglected it at the beginning. They didn't read it at all. But later on, he kept on sending letters asking for forgiveness. After many letters, they were so curious about this prisoner, so they went to meet him and understood how much he has changed. And then they decided to forgive. Then later on, what happened? That this person started working inside the prison. And whatever the things that he earned, whatever the money that he earned, he started sending to that family. Then that family, both remaining members of that family, on a Rakhi day, there. So in India, there are Rakhi days, right? Sisters go and tie knots, tie a Rakhi. That means Rakhi is a tie that the sisters tie on the brother's hand on that Rakhi day. So she went, the daughter-in-law of that family went and tied a Rakhi on that person's hand. Situation changed up to that level because of Vipassana. So you go through a great journey, a great spiritual journey, transforming yourself at first, then transforming the other people. So this is a journey that real people do. Not every people can do this. We can see that some people come. They start and sometimes on the first day, on the very first day is the day that they only come. After that, they disappear. There are certain people who come for several weeks or several months, and then their courage, limit of their courage is only up to that level, and they disappear too. Only a very few people who have great courage, they continue until they reach, they keep on practicing and at least until the end of meditation sessions. So this is a great journey that you go through. This is a great deep operation that you do. And this is an operation that takes out all the negativities from your mind. and which implants all kinds of positivity inside your mind. So please practice it very, very ardently. First of all, for your own benefit, and then for the benefit of all the other people who are around you. Right? With those thoughts, we are going to start. For the beginners today, in brief, I'll teach you breathing meditation. Please don't practice. Please don't practice vipassana meditation. The beginners, I kindly request them to practice breathing meditation. So what you need to do is please observe your breath. When the breath is coming in, be fully aware. Don't go with the breath all the way in. Just observe the breath up to the level up to the end of your nostrils. And it will touch there and will go in. Wait patiently. Then that very breath will come out and will touch the very same place. And then it will get together. It will go outside and will get together with the nature. So when it is coming in, be aware that it is coming in. And when it is going out, be fully aware that it is going out. If it is long, be aware that it is long. If it is short, be aware that it is short. If it is gross, be aware that the breath I'm experiencing right now is gross. And if the breath is soft, be aware that the breath that I'm currently experiencing now is soft. Don't try to change the breath. Just keep on observing. Keep on observing. So those instructions are for the meditators who started recently and at the same time who are beginning tonight. Right? Work very ardently for your own peace. The all students they are asked to practice vipassana. The first step of vipassana. So if your mind is not well concentrated, you can also begin the meditation session practicing little breathing meditation, some breathing meditation, at least for 1-2 minutes. Then after that, when your mind is concentrated, please pay your entire attention to the top of your head. And whatever sensations that you feel within that area, let it be hardness, numbness, or twinkling sensation, itching sensation, pain, pulsing sensation, blood circulating sensation, or any sensation, whatever sensation it is, coldness, heat, whatever sensation it is, be fully aware. Be fully aware. And understand whatever the sensation it is, it has only one characteristic. It is changing, impermanent. Impermanent, anicca, anicca, anicca. Whatever sensation it is, please be fully aware. And remind yourself that this sensation is impermanent. And then move your attention to the front area of your head and observe the sensations there. And to the back area, to the right ear, left ear. Then please start with your forehead. Then your eyebrows. Then eyelids. Then after that, your nose. Then upper lip, right cheek, left cheek, lower lip, and chin. So like that, from the top of your head to the chin area, keep on observing, keep on scanning, part by part, pitch by pitch, part by part, pitch by pitch. Whatever the sensations that you will come across, let them be comfortable ones, let them be uncomfortable ones, let them be not comfortable or not uncomfortable ones, neutral ones. they have only one characteristic. They are changing, continuously changing, impermanent, impermanent. With that understanding, keep on observing the sensations from the top of your head to the chin area, right? But ardently, but very ardently. Now we are going to start the meditation. At this moment, uh, please calm down, keep your back straight, neck straight, head straight. Please keep your right palm on your left palm and close your eyes. I will pay respect to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha before we start in brief, and then we are going to start today's meditation. Everyone, please calm down, calm down. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Itimeso bhagava araham samma sambuddho vinyācarana sampanno sugato lokamido anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati sattva deva manussanam buddho bhagavati Swakato bhagavata dhammo samdittiko akaliko ehi pasiko opanaiko bachatang vedikam vinyuhiti supatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Ujumani panno bhagavato savaka sangho Nyaya pati panno bhagavato savaka sangho Sami pati panno bhagavato savaka sangho Yadidam chattari purisa yugani Atte purisa pungalam Ise bhagavato savaka sangho Amuneyo pamuneyo Dakhineyo anyalikaraneyo Anuttarang punyakirtang lokasanti Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. With a very calm mind, with a very quiet mind, with a very alert, very attentive mind, with a very balanced and equanimous mind. Equanimous mind. Everyone, please start your meditation. If you are a newcomer, I want to mention again, please practice breathing meditation. Don't practice vipassana. The old students, please start practicing vipassana meditation. Please keep on practicing vipassana meditation. Whatever the meditation practice that you are doing, that you are practicing, may your meditation be very, very successful. 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 Please start the meditation right now. Right. Now, the new meditators, if you want, you can change your posture, but very slowly, making the minimum sound. You can ease your posture. We are going to practice loving kindness meditations in breath. So, new meditators, you can change your posture if you like. Now, we are going to share our loving kindness with all the beings in the world. We start with us, and then gradually we extend our loving kindness towards all the beings in the world. First of all, let's share our loving kindness with ourselves, with you. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be very peaceful. Spread loving kindness towards yourself. Now let's share our loving kindness with our parents, with our relatives, with our teachers and friends. May my parents, may my teachers, may my relatives and friends be well, be happy, be peaceful. Spread love and kindness towards them too. Now let's share our loving kindness with the people who are in the middle, the neutral people, who are neither your friends or relatives, at the same time who are not your enemies. May all the neutral people, people in the middle, be well, be happy, be peaceful, be very peaceful. Spread loving kindness towards them too. Now let's share our loving kindness with all our enemies. Out of our negativities, we and the other people that we consider as negative enemies, we might have done mistakes. They might have done hurtful things for us, and we might have done hurtful things for them. Let's forgive each other and share loving kindness. May my enemies also be well. May my enemies also be happy. May my enemies also be peaceful. Be very peaceful. Spread loving kindness towards the enemies. Now let's share our loving kindness with all the beings in the world. Let them be human beings, inhuman beings, regardless of their beauty, regardless of their intelligence, regardless of their various kinds of other differences. Let's share our loving kindness with all the beings equally. Equally. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. Be very peaceful. Let's spread our loving kindness towards all the beings in the world. Now, everyone, please slowly and calmly open your eyes. Let your whole body to relax, relax, relax. Now, please join your palms together and please say 3 times together. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dear Dhamma friends, so whenever you practice Vipassana meditation, you understand that it's not like breathing meditation. It needs a lot of energy. And when you end Vipassana meditation, you feel a little bit tired. But whenever you start practicing loving kindness meditation, everything changes. And you become, you feel that you are so relaxed, right? So you feel a lot of light after finishing loving kindness meditation. So you might, if you have felt that thought, that feeling, then you are doing well. You are doing well your meditation technique. You're practicing well. So if you are not feeling, that's fine. Don't worry. You will feel it later. So I want to remind you to do something. Uh, so when you are, so when you live your day-to-day life hereafter, sometimes you might hear the noises of ambulances. So whenever you, either while you are driving or while you are at home on the road, you might hear the sirens of ambulances. Whenever you hear that, please do this exercise. This is for you to do at home. May the patient inside this ambulance be well, be happy, be peaceful. It doesn't matter whether you are driving or you are at your home sitting, doing something. Whenever you hear the sirens, maybe the ambulance is not siren, bringing its sirens because of the very reason, but somehow just think like that and spread love kind, right? So whenever you hear the sound of the ambulance, please do it, right? It's a good practice that you can do. So today I'm going to teach you about another reality about your body and mind. 2 weeks ago, I taught you about the first reality related to our body and mind. What is that? What is that? The impermanence. And last week, I taught you about the second reality, which is related to your body and mind. That is Shireen. What is that, Mr. Bhanu? Dukkha. What is the English translation? Dissatisfaction. Nature of dissatisfaction. I'm going to teach you about the third reality, which is related to this body and mind. I know, most of us Sri Lankan devotees know. So, third one is anatta. Anatta means no self. No self means there is no. It means that there is no one eternally to recognize as I, my, or my soul. So that is the meaning. So in 1514, that means 1514, have you heard of Nicholas Copernicus? So Nicholas Copernicus found out that the Earth is not the center of the solar system, but the sun. 2,600 years ago, somebody found out, the Buddha found out that this world, so it is not situated outside, it always situated inside of us. What we think actually, that's who we are. Buddha understood this 2,600 plus years ago. So both are very decisive, so figure outs, right? findings. But Buddha's finding, it is the finding which led us to the Nibbana, the eternal peace and eternal happiness. Today we are going to understand how actually the world doesn't exist outside, but it exists inside us. Let's see. So this nature of no self, it is not only related to Buddhism, it is related to science too. Nowadays, many neurologists and physicists and many such kind of people, so those scientists, they talk about this nature and they find out various new theories to explain that. One of the pioneer physicists is Antonio Damasio. So I'm not an expert about physics, but the people who have learned about physics in deeper, they know who he is. So he's a theory maker and at the same time researcher about physics. A very renowned person. So he wrote a book. Its name is Descartes' Error. So Descartes' Error, Emotion, Reason, and Human Brain. So any of you have heard of this physicist? You know about him? Have you heard of his name? Yes. Oh, right. So maybe you are from that field. So, so he writes in this book. So wrong to say that the mind thinks independently from the body. He writes this after research. So, this is not the time to explain the whole research. So at the narrative he writes this. And he also writes in that very same narrative, he writes, critical role of gut feeling, I. Okay, gut feeling here means I. In navigating the endless stream of decision making in human life. So he describes it that it happens because of two reasons. Memory of past experiences. Memory of past experiences, number one. It happens, number two, mind's personalization of the body's interior. Right? So because of two reasons, the gut feeling comes to take decisions. I. So number one, because of the memory. So sometimes, let's say, you have to do something, and there is a way that you think which is reasonable to do. There's one way you think that this is the right way to do it. But what happens? Sometimes you don't do that way. You go with some kind of an old way. Oh, my mother did like this. My father did like this. You do certain things like that. You don't go with your own gut feeling. It happens because of your memory. So it describes deeper. I just give you a small scientific perspective about this nature. And then the other one happens because of this this notion of I, right? So mind and body. So in the past, some people thought I is the body. I means the body. Some people thought I is the mind. But what did the Buddha say? Buddha said, solely just one body is not I. Just the mind is not I. the interaction of both these two is I, right? The being. He gave a very nice example. So, so those days in India, so for decorations, they cut bamboos. So there are certain bamboos, but these bamboos are the small bamboos. We have the big yellow bamboo in Sri Lanka that we use not only in Sri Lanka, in many Asian countries we have that big bamboo, and there's this small bamboo. I'm talking about these small bamboos. So Buddha said, it is just like keeping those small bamboo bundles together. So when you want to keep them stable, you align this bundle with this bundle, and because of this bundle's pressure, this bundle stays stand, and because of this bundle also keep on stand. Just like that, mind and body, they always interact. And so throughout the life, this is what happened. And as I mentioned earlier, so each and every moment, both of them changing very fast. Once, so how fast the body is changing. In 1980s, in 1980s, in Berkeley University, a group of researchers they created an instrument. They invented an instrument called bubble chamber. Have you heard of bubble chamber? Bubble chamber. So I'm not going to describe the whole details. The bubble chamber, it can even measure the arising and passing away of an atom, the general atom. It's arising and passing away. It can understand. It can count. So it could even count it. Once it counted the arising and passing away of an atom within a millisecond. What do you think? Within a millisecond, how fast may an atom arise and pass away? That means there is this father atom. It gives birth to a son atom and dies. And son atom becomes a father to another one. This one dies. Like that, how many fathers and sons might have passed away within 1 millisecond? What do you think? The number comes as 1 after 22 zeros. Within a millisecond, this is a millisecond, okay? So close millisecond. Within this time, an atom rise and pass away 1 after 22 zeros times. But we think when the father atom arose, we think there is his eye. When you say ah and when you say ye, many eyes have come and go. That is the relief. But we think, I. But actually, there is no eternal life. I like that inside this body. From top to bottom to top, everything is atoms. All those atoms pass away, but pass away that much fast. These eyes, it cannot see it in that way. If it can see, it won't get angry at anybody. It won't get jealous about anyone. It won't develop any negativity. Since you can't see that, since you see only the appearance level, appearance image, you think there is a person. There is an there is an enemy to get angry at. There is a co-worker to get jealous at. So there are certain co-workers to compete with. So there is a boss to get afraid of. So like that, you develop all these notions because you don't see the real. But actually, each and every being, not only human beings, from the tiniest amoeba. So don't take amoeba, even the non-living things, everything rise and pass away in this state. So Buddha describes deeper level of atom that is called as Attakala. So this is not the time to describe the whole thing. So Attakala means Buddhism. It's so deep. So Buddha says, even inside the non-human beings, just like divine beings and ghosts and many such kind of beings, you can find these atoms. So Attakala. So all of us have them in abundance. In human being, it has in abundance, but in them the form is shuttled. So that's why we can't see it. So somehow, all of us, all beings and non-living things, all are continuously changing. How about the mind? Once a group of Bhantes went to the Buddha and asked, Bhante, or the Buddha, how fast the mind arrives and passes? How fast the mind arrives and passes? I remember I told this to two meditators. I don't know whether they remind, if they can remember. So let's say Buddha. So if you teach them about the light years and stuff, they can't understand. So Buddha gave them an example according to that time. Buddha said, let's suppose there are four archers. There are four archers, four strong archers, who have four strong bows, with far-going, smooth four arrows. They go to four-way junction. Four-way junction. And they face all the four junctions. So they don't face each other. They just face four junctions, opposite directions. And not before, not after, together. At the very same time, they release those four arrows to the sky, to that particular direction. There is a person who can run fast. This person runs fast and catches these four arrows without letting them to hit the ground. Without letting them to hit the ground. Buddha, can you imagine that speed? Then those Bhantes said, catching one arrow, without letting it to hit the ground is a super speed. Then how about catching all those four? We can't imagine. Then Buddha said, more faster than that speed, the earth is rotating. At that time, people thought, oh, the earth is just, so it's stable, it is not moving. This is happening 2,600 years ago. So, so at that time, this was a revolutionary teaching. So the earth is rotating. So Buddha said, more faster than the earth rotates, the moon rotates. Moon turns, moon circulates more faster than the rotation of earth. And more faster than the rotation of the moon rotates the sun. More faster than the rotation of the sun, right? The body, the mind arrives and passes. So he just talked about the mind, but the Buddha can focus about the four, about the three situations of the mind too. So three situations of the mind is are so the arising level of the mind, upadakkana in Buddha science. Then titikkana, existing level of the mind, and then vayakkana, that means passing away level of the mind. Buddha even can, his concentration is such deep. Even the enlightened monks, they can't focus like that. So only Buddha could focus up to that level. So, so somehow, so you can understand now, mind is not I too. It's so within a moment like this, billions of thoughts, not billions, I can't say billions, uncountable number of thoughts arise and pass. But since you don't have the concentration, your concentration level is not, since it's not deep, you only feel it as a thought. You only feel the emotion, that's it, the thought. But each and every thought has a lot of minds. So you can understand how fast the mind changes. So always what's happening? The interaction of both creates this delusion of I. There is a being, but that being doesn't have a person called I to get angry at. There is no I to get jealous at. There is no any I to crave for. There is no any I to fight with. Each and every moment we are arising and passing away very, very fast. Very, very fast. With one example that one of my teacher, Goenkaji, told, I will finish today's teaching. I think you might have got a certain idea, and this will help you to get more understanding. So let's suppose, I will apply it here. Let's suppose, together all of us, we decide, okay, every Friday evening we do the meditation here. We are now, the place has become too much boring, so let's go to meditate at close to the sea, in the beach, in open area. Let's go and meditate. Okay, all of us. And when we are going to meditate, we walk towards the beach, and somebody is drunk. There is one person who is drunk, and who is so since we are going in the dusk, we can't see well. So what happens? That person is too much drunk and he's sleeping. He's sleeping somewhere in the darkness. So unintentionally, what happens? I step on that person's leg. This person shouts. So let me let me loosen. Let me convert his words. So when such things happen, most of the time people don't say very nice words, but let me convert them into nice words. Let's say, suppose that person cries. Oh man, can't you see? So are you a blind man? Right? Are you blind? That person shouts. Then what happens? So what kind of feeling do I get? Totally different. So a certain kind of very shame feeling is I feel a very shameful feeling. Because I always teach you, please be mindful, please be mindful. So don't walk. So always walk mindfully, see mindfully, do mindfully, everything. But uh, so, uh, so if I try to build my character, big image in front of you, what happens? All that image has gone because of that person's scold. So I feel a lot of shame. Secondly, I go all by myself and I step over the leg of that very person. This person shouts with the very same words, very same tone. Oh man, so can't you see? Are you blind? Today, I don't feel. I look here and there, and nobody is to be seen. This person is drunk too. I don't care, and I just go. I don't feel the very same feel. And then third thing, uh, what happens? So uh, I go and I step over the very same person again. He's drunk, so he was sleeping, and I stepped on that person's leg. And then what happened? This person shouts with the same words. Then I realized at that time I realized, oh, this voice is familiar to me. Then I find out. When I check, I found out this is my brother. My brother is shouting at me. So he's drunk, and at the same time, not only he's drunk, and at the same time, not only he's drunk, he's scolding at me. So what happens now? I feel not only I feel shameful, and at the same time, I feel a lot of sorrow. A lot of sorrow. Three same occasions, the words that person told are the same, but what I felt, well, those emotions are different. Why? If I am the very same person, if I ever last, this I ever last, then I should feel when I hear those words in all those three times, I should feel the same feeling. But the feelings were different. Feeling differed because there is no any everlasting life. We are conditioned. According to the condition, we develop various kinds of sensations, various kinds of thoughts. That's why I had three kinds of different experiences, three kinds of different emotions in all those three kinds of situations. Did you understand? So that's the truth. So this is just theoretical truth. Gradually, when you practice, you will understand more. When you start experiencing these things within your own body and mind, you don't need any more teaching. The body and mind starts to teach to yourself, and then they become your own teacher. You just observe and they teach. You just observe, they teach. You just observe, they teach. Right? So keep on practicing artistry. Keep on trying to trying to understand this nature of impermanence, this reality of dissatisfaction. Keep on trying to understand this nature of no self, no eternal self nature. And gradually, what will happen is whenever you realize these real realities, these realities are not Buddhist, not Hindu, not Christian, not Muslim, not atheist or agnostic. They are what they are. You just realize the nature as it is. You can call it any name if you like, and if you don't want to call it a name, let it be. Actually, they don't have names. They are natures, phenomena. So you realize. Then gradually your negativities will go. You will start, it will be easier for you to develop a lot of positivities. And later on, you will be a very positive person with a lot of compassion, a lot of loving kindness, a lot of sympathetic joy. Whenever the other people succeed, you will have happiness towards it. And you will be equanimous. Whatever happens in your life, you will have a balanced life, comfortable life, happy, peaceful life. Right? And finally, developing and understanding more and more deeper, you will be able to eradicate all the negatives. And finally, all of you will attain real peace, real happiness, purification of mind, Nibbana. And now everyone, please think together, all of us practice this noble meditation, non-sectarian meditation technique. And then after that, we listen to this noble Dhamma teaching and accumulated a lot of positive energy. By the power of all this positive energy, may all our troubles be abated. May all good things happen in our lives. And practicing ardently this noble non-sectarian Dhamma path, finally may all of us attain real peace, real happiness, Nibbana. With those thoughts, everyone, please join your palms together and please concentrate. Abhivadana Senisse Nityam Vada Pachai Chattaro Dhamma Vadanti Arubang no Sukhang Balang Arunarogya Sampatti Sangha Sampatti Me Vache Ato Nibbana Sampatti Iminati Samijyatu. May you all be well. May you all be happy. May you all be very, very peaceful. Sadhu, sadhu,
Sadhu, sadhu.
Good night to everyone. May all the good happen to you. Sukhi. Good night, Mr. Juan.
Thank you, Bhante.
Thank you so much.
Good night. Anytime, Bhante. I'm glad to
Right.
help.
Good night, Mr. Frank.